This is the story of the Commons. Let's start presenting our main character in this story, a common resource. What exactly is a common resource? According to Elinor Ostrom, the Nobel Prize economist who wrote one of the first chapters of this story, quoted that a common good is the wealth that is free for all but valued by no one. This means that there is no exclusion to access a common resource, and furthermore, that two individuals can enjoy it simultaneously without a reduction in its quality. Examples in the literature connect the commons to natural resources, like the rivers, the ocean, the climate. More contemporarily, the commons also are employed as a concept to cover intangible goods, such as innovations or internet data. Nevertheless, as every good story, the story of the commons has a great tragedy, the tragedy of the commons. This tragedy was formally documented by Garrett Hardin in 1962, together with elements of the prisoner's dilemma and the collective action problem formulated by Olson in 1965. The tragedy would be characterized by the super exploitation of the commons, resulting in great challenges to their governance. Although it seems like a topic which is easy to teach, I also missed concrete activities to illustrate the tragedy of the commons idea. Looking for alternatives, I found a great resource developed by Dr. Bruno Mitchell from the Oregon University. The game of the tragedy of the commons. In this game, each player is a farmer who decides how many cows he or she will grow. With only one round, students put in practice all their self-interest behavior, and the professor can easily discuss on the problem of the tragedy, so many cows without a pasture to grow. But our story is not finished yet. Ostrom herself started to investigate governance systems that could stop overexploitation, how to overcome non-cooperation. Her research identified the importance of self-governance systems providing important incentives to better govern the commons. The core message of her work was that groups are able to avoid the tragedy of the commons without demanding top-down regulation, at least if certain conditions are met. She summarized the conditions in the form of 8 core principles. 1. Clearly defined boundaries. 2. Proportional equivalence between benefits and costs. 3. Collective choice arrangements. 4. Monitoring. 5. Gradual sanctions. 6. Quick and fair conflict resolution. 7. Local autonomy. 8. Appropriate relationships with other levels of rule-making authority. Polycentric governance. This work was so innovative that Ostrom was awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics in 2009. Turning back to the game, after 2 hours playing and debriefing, students declared to be able to better understand what the commons actually mean and possible means to overcome overexploitation. More importantly, they could critically analyze Hardin's conclusion that there was no solution to the tragedy beyond alternatives presented by him. They learned on how communication, reputation, and self-surveillance could work on the commons governance, especially in small-scale areas. This is not the end of the commons story. Your behavior can also improve their governance, resulting in the provision of better services to our community. Thank you.